Hello everyone, I'm Dalyanto and welcome back to the Shadowverse. In this video, I want to talk about the Shadowverse Evolve World's Force map and share my talk about it and the latest tournament. The new floor map has some exciting features and interesting designs that really change the way we experience the events. For example, there are some standout locations that make it more fun to watch. During the tournament, we saw a lot of thrilling matches which filled with incredible moments. There is one match that really stood out during the tournament, and it was Seabass the Fishy, which truly showcased how the Dragon Disdain deck works very well in the tournament. After this, we are going to see and break down how the top 4 champion of the Grand Showdown. Before we talk about the Grand Showdown events, I might explaining a bit about the Showdown series first. Basically, if you want to join the Grand Showdown, I really encourage you to join the Showdown series challenge first. Well, Showdown series is basically the replacement for the championship program before, and this time from the Showdown series challenge, if you win the challenge, you can get one buy, which you can use in the Grand Showdown in the respective place that time in the series. For example, if you win the Showdown challenge in July to August, you can use it for Grand Showdown Los Angeles 2024, which already happened at September 21st, 2024. Which means the Showdown series first is already concluded, and the upcoming is the Showdown Series 2, which located in the Singapore at the 21st December 2024. So if you want to join the Grand Showdown in Singapore, I encourage you to win some Showdown challenge so you can get a free one buy at the start of the events. And after the Showdown series, you can join the Grand Showdown without winning the Showdown series as a regular players, because Grand Showdown is basically last chance qualifier for who already know about it, and it's open for all, so you can join it. The problem of this event is it specified only 3 places in the world. The first one in Los Angeles, the second one is in the Singapore, the last one is at the Europe. From Grand Showdown, the winner can get unsponsored invites Bushiroad Championship Series World Finals. For whoever wants to join the Grand Showdown, I wish you best of luck, and if you win, you will see at the Bushiroad Championship Series World Final. See you in there. Okay, now we are going to talk about the Grand Showdown Los Angeles, which the dance is already up in the official website, so you can check it by yourself. Okay, for the first one, we will talk about the winner. The first place, Seabass the Fishes Dragoncraft deck, which we can see from here. This is a Disdain Dragoncraft type, but this deck has a really interesting tech cards that really intrigued my interest, which is first, these guys only bring 2 villains in the decks and also bringing 3 Babshata base form and 1 Babshata Evolve form. As I said in my previous videos about the Dragon cards deck and Babshata, Disdain Dragons is already one of the best options to be used in this expansion because of the power engine that they can generate to dealing a lot of burn to your opponent face. And what's more, because the deck is already aggressive, adding Babshata into the deck so the deck can be more aggressive than before. I mean, I think I get the idea that bringing 3 Babshata to get her buff effects and giving your Disdain followers additional health so they can stand longer on the field, and additional attack to dealing more damage to the face. Well, there's a card that keep being pro and contra from Dragoncraft players, which is the Dragon Oracle. Like, should I bring Dragon Oracle or not? As for myself, I quite like the Dragon Oracle, so yeah, for me it's very nice. I mean, having a card to ram at the early and can draw a card is very nice. I must admit that this deck having problem with the number of cards in the hand. I mean, this deck is usually using a lot of cards to play from your hand, which is very crucial to having a draw engine such as Dragon Oracles. Well, basically this deck is very nice and I like this deck. After the first place, the Dragon Craft deck, we will see the second place winner, which is from Daniel T. Juera Forest Craft deck. Oh, another Daniel. Yeah, we can see from here that this Daniel Forest Craft deck is using a Matus Forest Craft. But there are some cards that again is intrigued my interest. He brings 2 of Crystalia Tia and 2 of Evolve form, which is, I think, it's really quite nice for board presence. And also Fashionista Nailshot, 3 of her. I can get the idea that you want to optimize and maximize your combo 3 events, which is very easy to get. And in here we can see that this guy is broke 2 Green Bear Elf, which is, we can say that this card is mini Spinaria, but the drawback is you need to banish 1 pixie token in your EX area, and it's going to be very sad to banish your buffed fairy tokens. And other than that, I think it's a very standard for the Amethyst Forest. After this, we're going to see the 3rd place on the Grand Showdown Los Angeles, which is another Forest Craft deck by Floors. But this is not your standard Amethyst, because this one is combined with the Hunter archetype, like bring Izudia, Apostle of Unkilling, Woodland Cleaver, Archers, and Sukuna. Well, there's a lot of tech cards such as Elfgirl's Lisa and Mark of the Sticks. I can get the idea of this deck that seems like this guy has a lot of very mirror matches in the locals or maybe in training. That this deck, yeah, I must admit, very good if you have mirror matches, especially against a standard Amethyst one. Having Elfgirl Lisa is going to be good against a mirror archers and then distant dragon, yeah, because they has a lot of burn damage. You can reduce their damage and it's very crucial for the distant dragon. And also you can having good match against Kuon. As we can see from this deck with the previous one from the Daniel and Force decks, that seems like this deck is a bit more focusing on aggroing, and this deck is focusing on a bit controlling. Well, overall the Floors Amethyst Hunter deck is very nice, and I think I'm going to try it by myself. I like it. And then the 4th place we can see another Forest Craft deck by Sun. This one decks from Sukuna until the 3rd row is your standard card until you see a Noble Fairy card in here and Ivy Spellbomb. Well, I myself very like Ivy Spellbomb very much, which I also put this card in my deck. But Noble Fairy, this is a nice deck, I guess. It's a nice idea to have another ward in your deck while optimizing the combo 3 cards, evac, and change your opponent into fairy and board locking them. This guy have a quite good number of wards, which I think in the mirror match against a standard Amethyst Forest can be having a lot of advantage, and changing your big 6 and 6 fairy into a new fairy 1/1 is a very nice play to see. But yeah, that's it for the 4 top cards of the Grand Showdown Los Angeles. Good job for you guys, and I really loved how you guys are playing around with your decks using this and that tech. And this is what I love from the Shadowverse Evolve. Even though you have a same type of deck or maybe a similar gameplay, but with a different tech you can get the different outcome. A bit sad that I haven't seen other craft in the top card, because so far we can see, yeah, in the Swiss round or in the participant list, that's quite a lot of number of Kuon, Drone, and Control Abyss. And for the first to third place, yeah, I'll see you in the World Finals. Oh, and also I want to congratulate Seabass the Fishes because I heard he swept the game with this deck, which is very nice. Okay, that's it for the Grand Showdown Los Angeles 2024, which using a BP06 as their base of the game. So what about the Grand Showdown Singapore later? Which happened in the December 21st, so it's already Idol Master expansions, and I do believe there's going to be a lot of Idol Masters players that's going to be found here and there. And without further ado, let's talk about it. Okay, we are going to talk about the Idol Masters Cinderella Girls crossover set, which is released in 11 October. So if you have some money and time, just go get it, guys, because I think there's a lot of good cards and archetype in these expansions. But before that, you must know that there's going to be 3 big archetypes. First one is cool, cute, and patience. We can see that from the Japanese Grand Prix, there's quite a lot of interesting gameplay and myth and which how the deck played and how the deck works. I'm going to explain it a bit so you get a gist of it. What is it? What? Okay, the first one is the cute. For the cute type, we can see there's a lot of heal, buff, and ward. We can assume that cute type is going to be controls, a bit controlling deck. And then the second one is cool. And as we can see that this archetype is win the runner-up place for the Grand Prix. And yeah, from here we can see there's a lot of storm, buffing, and then dealing a lot of damage. And then the third type, we have the patient deck. I think it's going to be like a mid-range deck which you has a lot of tempo, combo, and what good from the patient is there's a lot of cards that you can use in your individual archetype. I'm not going to talk about every card in here because it's very a lot, guys. I think there's some cards that I can mention. The first one is Anastasia. Anastasia is a follower with 5 calls, 2 and 4 stats, and fanfare recover 2 play points. So basically she just costs 3. But not only that, whenever you play a card during your turn, if it's the third card you have played that turn, recover 2 play points. And if it's the 5th card, give each follower on your field +1/+1. Yeah, from the event and the recover play points, we can assume that we can combine this card with Amethyst for Swordcraft players. Be rejoiced once again because your mid-range type deck is getting another support, which is the Kyoko Igarashi cards. This card has 7 costs, 6 and 7 for stats, having a ward, and on fanfare, give your leader 3 health and draw 2 cards. Short is already exhausting, but now they can heal, draw, and having a big body follower. And on Evolve, you can basically removing your opponent's ward or handle your opponent untapped follower. This card is become invisible in your turn. Roadcraft Tiki Ichinose. As the official social media has mentioned that this card can be used for any crucial spell cards or follower that you might need in your EX area to be played, and the others to the graveyard to ramp up your spell chain number. And then for Dragoncraft, in here we have Akari Sujino. This card has a 4 cost, 4 and 5 stats with ward, and on fanfare, give your leader +3 health. And it has additional effect which is whenever this card takes damage, if it was at least 5 damage, increase your maximum play points by 1. Took 5 damage immediately is a bit hard task to do, but I think we can combine it with cards like Conflagrations. Well, yeah, it's a very combo card, but I think it's a good example if your opponent doesn't want to handle your Akari Tsuchino, you can handle it yourself and then ramping with the card. And then on the fanfare is not only heal, if you have at least 10 play points, it deals 3 damage to each enemy leader, which is you shouldn't scared that this card is useless, because the longer you play, this card can be more aggressive. And then for Abyss Craft Whispering Dreams, very good additional cards for the Abyss players. For 2 costs, it has quick, and select an enemy follower that originally cost 3 or less, destroy it. And also, and you beauty 1 card from your top deck, which is very good for the Abyss control. This card is very good additional, and you will see why I said this good, because in the upcoming expansion, this card is going to be a core. It's focusing and guiding you to play an aggro Haven craft, and I think this is one of additional good cards for aggro Havens. It's a Hakane Hino. For a 5 cost, 5 and 5, it has Rust and Assail. On strike, deal 2 damage to each enemy follower. Active 2 play point and 1 lesson, this card gets Storm. Without the Storm, this card is already crazy. I mean, basically this is a much faster Riko Kashimoto. Okay, that's it for the crossover set Idol Master Cinderella Gus, and I hope you guys can get the gist and imagine that how will the Idol Master Cinderella Girls works.
Okay guys, that's it for today. And overall, I think the new format and guidelines for Bushiroad World's final series is having a big impact on the players, and I would love to hear about you guys. How do you think about it, and what were your favorite moments while participating in this format or guidelines to the words? If you like this review, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more content in the future. Thank you for today, and I'll see you again in the next video. See ya!